Good morning. Yesterday I talked about Jobs Now. Hell of a program. They're doing a hell of a job. Today I want to talk about a similar one I built called H1B Jobs Direct. First, let's pull up the little blurb and everything. Name's Virgil Beersel. I'm running a campaign that takes place at John Cornyn and Ken Paxton. My website is vbsenate.com. I could use your help, folks. They got millions of dollars and all I got's a keyboard. But I think we can beat them because we're the only one talking about jobs. And that's what it's all about is jobs. Now, why did I build this site? If you look at that first line there, why did I build this? That's a YouTube video I created that shows basically why I built it. I've got a blue collar version and a white collar version. When you're looking at the white collar version. To make it easy to get there, I created a domain called H1B Jobs Direct. Save you from doing a lot of typing. And what it does is you can go over here and enter, for instance, data in Austin, Texas, and it will pull that up. You go down here and see all these different data. Here's the advisor data science. Let's say I want to know more about it. You can go over here to this case number over here, click on that link, and it'll show you every piece of data we have for that particular one. Every piece. For those of you that want to dig in further into data, might help you. Now, what these are applications submitted by these employers, like EMC Corporation, maybe a year ago. Maybe they hired an H-1B. We don't know the answer to that. This might just be an application that was never filled. We don't know the answer to that. The reason I built this, kind of similar to Jobs Now, what is happening is this employer, EMC Corporation, is telling the government, probably the United States Department of Labor and the president and everybody else, that they can't find a data science advisor to work in Austin, Texas, that is willing to work for 140,000 a year. They're telling the mainstream media that. They're telling the other employers that. They're telling the politicians that. They're basically saying, hey, no Americans in America are qualified. Now, you and I know this is bullshit, but we have no way to speak back. We're not invited to sit at the table where they're discussing our future, our jobs. So I created this. This is a way for you to go out there and send them an email and say, basically, fuck you, I'm available, I have the skills, I can do that job, and I'm willing to work there. Now, if you just send it to the EMC Corporation, they'll delete it. Go in the trash bin immediately. However, let me show you what happens. So we're going to apply for that. It went out here, and we're going to fill in our name, Virgil Beersel, my email. See how it's got these names here? That's the name. The Seaforth is probably an attorney. Is the name on that H-1B application. It's automatically CCing me a copy. Now, if you knew, normally it would build if I picked an H-1B application that was had a congressional district, it would fill it in for you. But since we don't have one, we're going to enter over here. We're going to enter. Let's try Chip Roy. Build CC from name. See how I just add all these other CC email addresses? That's Chip Roy's office staff. Let's get rid of this little advertisement here. Now we're going to go down there. Notice how I built this email for you. It says, hello, I'm interested in doing this. You would normally use this Open Vmail too if you're using like Outlook or something. I use Gmail, so I created one for Gmail too. I'm going to open this in Gmail. And what it's doing is it's going out and it's CCing. Here's the email. It basically going to the employer, sending all these congressional staff representatives an email, and then I got one for me too, just so I can kind of track it all. It goes down and it writes the email. Hello, I'm interested in the position below and have attached my resume. Shows the case number, the data science position, shows your name, and it basically got a little blurb here about how we're CCing Congress. And the reason I wanted to CC Congress, sure I realize it pisses them off. But if they wasn't on here, that employer would delete this. With them on there, that employer is less likely to delete it. And basically, you can go out here and press send and send it. It's gone. I want to show you something else I built just for those of you that, when it generates that CC email list, it's generating it for the area that work site, that work city, work state is in. The congressional representatives representing that city and state. However, let's go over to guest worker visas. I'm going to show you another thing I built a while back. Contact Congress. Let's say, for instance, your congressman was name was Augusta Pfluger. August Pfluger. You can go over here and click on him and see how now I have all his email addresses. I can pick and choose. I can copy those and add them, or I can copy his email address to clipboard, go back over to my email, go down here and say I want to BCC him. Because it's just regular email at this point, folks. Now I've just added all of it. In addition to the congressman representing the area that the work site is located in, I've now just added my congressional representative to this email. And if I hit send, it's going to go to every one of them people there. Some of them might get kicked back, but they change. They go to work for different congressmen and all kinds of stuff. Sometimes the spelling of the names is bad. There's all kinds of things. Now I'm not going to send this because I don't want to apply for that and put my resume up and everything. So that email now is gone. Nothing's happened. Nothing's taken place. And then I just go down here and hit close. That's all it does, folks. It gives you the ability to stand up on your desk and shoot these bastards a finger and say, hey, you son of a bitches, I am here. I am an American. I want to work in America to provide for my family in America. And you bastards, by importing these workers, you're depriving me of this job. That's bullshit. All these employers should be lined up against the Great Wall of China as far as I'm concerned. And talked to by each of the people they have deprived jobs to. Anyway, that's why I created this. So you now have two ways that I know of. You have Jobs Now and you have H-1B Jobs Direct. They both use different databases, but they both basically accomplish the same thing. Now, many have asked me why CC the congressional representatives. The reason why is if you don't CC them, these employers are just going to hit the delete button. They're not going to respond to you. They're not going to do anything. When Congress gets involved, well, they take a little different approach then. Let's make sure Congress is involved. As always, name's Virgil Beersville. Website's vbsenate.com. Folks, all I got's the keyboard and a willingness to work to end this to make sure that Americans in America can get jobs. I need your help. These bastards I'm running against, Cornyn and Paxton, they got millions. Millions at their disposal to run ads, to do this, to do that. I got a keyboard. Got maybe $2,000 to advertise with. If 1 million or 2 million Americans, or anywhere in the world, would put up $1 each, we could take this battle to them. We could put them on the ropes. We could back them in the corner. And we can say, you're going to take care of Americans in America. By God, you're an American company. Do what's right by Americans. This is bullshit. If you agree with me, I could use your help. Spread the word. If a million of you got $1 to donate, that's even better. Because I'd like to take this battle to them. I'd like to get them on the ropes. I'd like to go up to them and say, hey, we're going to talk about jobs in America for Americans. Period. Thank you. Good day.